Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Hey kids! It's time to have fun! It's ready, set, fire!
What the fuck did that say? This is so good. By the way, God bless whoever edited this video. That was the perfect ending to it, I'll be honest with you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back and welcome to another fun edition of GNF Televisable, where we just talk about all the entertainment things that come around. And as usual, I have somebody in the background hiding. I have no idea what he's doing. Maybe just preparing for the inevitable day. Hey, Sparky, how you?
I'm here.
I know. I could see. I can smell. Tasty. How have you been?
One out.
Well, I mean, a lot of work. There's a lot of work. And unfortunately, people just, want to give you more work. Always
People
the
are
thing.
idiots.
Yeah. What else is new? What else is new? I mean, could be far worse.
Dealing with stuff at the house. House stuff with the wife.
Yep.
Training. Stuff with work.
Love that.
Side businesses. Trying to wrangle deals at local game shops and all that other good stuff.
Nice. And as usual, we have two other people who've showed up. Pen, welcome to the show.
Hi.
How you doing? What you been doing over there besides beating on a fan?
Why is autism spelled wrong?
Because we are autism.
Because the autism don't know their stuff.
Glad you noticed, Pen. Hi, GMX, how you doing?
Oh,
fine.
Pen, you should know well enough by now that That is bait.
It is. I love it.
I seen that when I first came in.
He
And I seen,
ignored it, which
and
was
I
awesome, and then you came in and you took it, and I'm like, wow, we all have it.
yeah,
Some more than others. Congratulations, Ben. You just proved my
we
point.
we should have put that betting poll up like we were talking about, Rogue.
Oh, it would have been nice. It would have been a thing. God damn it. I think Jem would have won.
I probably would have won.
Yep. Yep. So I'm
But
glad you
yeah,
played,
no.
man. It was always awesome.
Mhm.
Yes.
Anyways,
Yes.
you asked what I was up to.
Yes, I did. Outside of beating,
5-4.
Wait, what?
outside of beating on the fans.
You're up to 5-4.
Actually, it's 5-3.
Well, I mean, losing
Depends.
your gains. I see.
It depends if you have platforms on or not.
I don't wear plats. I wear flats. I don't wear plats.
You wear high heels.
No.
Well, obviously, if she doesn't wear high heels, flat like anything that the platforms are, she might
That's
slow down
right.
and
She
you know,
probably owns stilettos.
break an ankle or something. You
No,
never know.
I don't wear heels. I don't wear anything that raises me more than a quarter inch off the ground.
Okay. Sorry, Wesley. You've been defeated. That's right. All the L's, mostly yours, apparently, Wesley. So, Jeff X, welcome back.
There you go. Hey, Pin.
Hello.
Why don't you say that?
Oh God.
No.
While
Why
the children
not?
are playing around, how have you been there, Jem?
I've been fine. I'm waiting for pizza.
Oh, you're waiting for the pizza? What kind of pizza?
Pizza.
Potty.
Pizza.
Are you other?
I asked what kind of pizza. He's going pizza. So there's a pizza on top of a pizza.
I was
No,
gonna say,
he's waiting
you
for Little
other-
Caesars.
are you
Pizza,
other
pizza.
shelled brethren waiting for pizza too?
Yes, everybody's waiting for pizza.
No, I'm not. I already ate, so
We
I'm
have
good.
leftovers
I
from
said
yesterday, which is also pizza,
shelled
pizza.
brethren.
Still, I mean, you can say all you want. I mean, your people have to be extra careful when you say shields. But Wesley, as you walked into everything, I know, right? as everything, Wesley, you walk into all the weird chaos that is. That is GNF Televisable. But speaking of weird chaos, have you guys been paying attention to the news at large? Anything
No.
exciting popped up?
I mean,
Which one?
depends.
Well, I mean-
You know, at this point, we just.
I
need
feel
a
like this is
fucking-
more bait.
No, it's actually not more.
Ken, just being on the bottom line, and you'll be able to figure shit out.
All right,
for the-
I'll lay this out very, very delicately for you, Ben, and you can just take a shot in the dark. All right, so the week before last, we talked about Celebrate Blade and the censorship that
Helldivers
lost.
too, yeah.
No, that was last week. 2 weeks ago. Two weeks ago, we talked about Celebrate, how Sony was censoring shit. Last week, we talked about Helldivers and how they
how they're region locking things
Yeah.
in order for you to play their game. So
and surprisingly enough, Monday came around and then Sony came out and bent the knee and said, "We heard your voices, gamers. We're gonna rethink all this and we're not going to move forward with the PSN." Can you take a guess where everything's at right now?
They're moving forward with the PSN.
Oh,
no,
fuck yes.
Well, yes and no. They have moved forward, still keeping things region locked. Not saying a fucking word. Now Ghost of Tsushima is coming out, and before anyone could say anything, because Ghost of Tsushima, the Steam one, is supposed to be a compilation. It's supposed to be both
it's supposed to
multiplayer and single player. And the way it was brought forth to everyone on the 3rd from the developer, is you need a PSN account to play multiplayer. But anything else, you don't need a PSN account. Well, today they retroactively said, Nope. If you can't get a PSN account, you don't get
fucked.
the game.
Pretty much, you're fucked.
So basically, they haven't learned their lesson. They're doing the same goddamn thing,
But they're trying to be
Sticking with
more quiet about it and sneaky about it.
and no shit. It's like we all called this, didn't we? Didn't we say this?
Yeah, we did. Well, I've said that I don't trust Sony, as in the Sony Interactive Entertainment. Sony in general is kind of a questionable because it's a kind of divisionary.
We did have a question last week, and it was we don't know who pulled. Okay, we don't know who pulled the countries or the game from the different countries, or we don't know who issued the refunds. We were thinking possibly Steam, but with everything that's coming out right now, it's looking like it's Sony because right now, because get this, those people who pre-order the game, stupid, right? Pre-ordering games, fucking retarded.
Stop doing this shit.
Yeah, pre-ordering games. Fucking retarded. You pre-order a game.
Hold on to that just for a brief. Yes, Wesley. Sony Interactive Entertainment is in California. Sony, the actual main business, is still in Japan.
Yeah.
So Sony corporate, Japanese,
pulling the
and
strings.
they have umbrella little different things going on. And then Sony Entertainment for interactive things, for your computer games and shit. That is in California. Like Sony Studios is also in California now.
Yeah. So again, what's going on right now? Anyone who pre-ordered the game, because it was out there for everyone to pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what region, what country, anything like that. You're able to pre-order the game. Guess what? You don't even have to ask for a refund. If you're in one of these countries that you can't get PSN, they are automatically refunding you, going, yep, we know you paid for this game about 4, 5, 6 months ago before it even came out. You know what? We're just going to save you trouble. Here's your money back.
Pretty much. Yeah, so in this case, Steam is pretty much doing everything in its power, kind of going, you know what? This is the same kind of problem as last time. See, when it comes back down to it, I'm under the firm belief that Steam's still going to walk away with 30%, regardless of the factor. And just like a retail store, this is how I picture this particular program as, like a retail store. Sony is buying up space. They are the producer. So they're buying up space for all these developments.
Yeah.
And there's someone in control. By how much, it kind of gets questionable.
Yeah. But yeah, there's all that.
So
you can
lovely.
So they're automatically refunding the game to people. And you know what the funny thing is? There's a funny little hiccup that Pirate Software and Pirate Nation caught on Twitter. So when they first blacklisted all the countries, Japan was on that list.
Yes.
Japan, no, literally, a game made in Japan about Japan was blacklisted from Japan because Japan doesn't have PSN. And then I guess somebody finally realized, oh, fuck, what in the fuck are we doing? And reversed it. They don't have to have a PSN account.
No.
If you're in Japan.
Cool. I know the new drop happened. We're probably gonna touch it for the next game stream, but I did see it. So if you want to rush out and play the next drop of Star Citizen, by all means.
Yeah. And fourth one up about the archive from wrestling. Yes, Kushner got blacklisted from Archive. I mean, shocker, not shocked. I mean, I kind of figured she was going to get blacklisted. The only reason why like Pippa didn't get blacklisted is because FaZe Connect paid for a majority of the shit at fucking Archive. So they're not gonna dare try to blacklist anyone for FaZe Connect. But indie VTuber like Kushner, oh yeah, no, I seen that coming from a mile away. She got blacklisted because problematic tweets. And really, end of the day, a lot of people can bitch, whine, moan, and groan. It's a con. End of the day, they kind of have final say of who they can and cannot allow. It's a private event.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's the same thing with the Vic stuff. Yeah. A con can choose to have Vic there or not. It just depends on how, they want the people who's going to go to that event react to it. That's the only backlash they're going to have. So,
Correct.
I mean, there's no sense to bitch about it.
I know, but speaking of backlash, returning back to the Sony thing, and we have a man that likes playing a couple of Sony-based games. What do you think of the current catastrophe there, Dragon?
I haven't been
Or
paying
doesn't even
attention.
know.
I zoned out for a long time ago.
So Sony's the PSN kind of regional locking.
Dragon is a consume type person.
I know, right?
No. Dragon just gives no fucks about this whole scenario. Have fun.
Oh, I
I'm
know.
done with it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Did you get your money back?
Nope. I can't get money back. It was a gift,
Nice.
so I can't get money back. It's not my money to get back.
No, that's true. That's very fair. But it's a gift.
All I did was uninstall it. So
Yeah, no. But no, good for you for doing such a thing, because, like I said before, they are continuing with this region lock. They've been very hush hush about this. I, like Blabs from Screw Attack and a few others, have been looking on Steam and noticed something kind of peculiar. It's like, wait a minute, if Sony Entertainment has decided to roll back this idea, how come Steam is not involved in this? And then they're like, people are like, oh, just shut up. They're gonna roll back, so you have to wait until Monday because this came out on a weekend.
However, you have early today, the Helldivers. So the time event for like Helldivers, all the information came out about having to link PlayStation Network accounts on the 3rd. Friday.
Yes.
No, was it Tuesday
Friday.
or Thursday? Friday. Yeah. All right. So it was Friday when that information came out about having linked PSN accounts. It was on the 5th, Sunday. On a Sunday, they started region locking the games once people made the connections of,
Correct.
oh, well, these countries can't have PSN accounts.
Yeah, 177 of them.
On the 6th, they came out and said, okay, we heard you. We fucked up. We're not going to move forward with this.
Mm-hmm.
Proceeds from the 6th to today.
Yeah,
5
days. Nothing
days.
staged. Nothing staged.
Not a fucking... reviews have changed because, oh my God, we won. And people like me and some other people are getting dogged because, oh, you just want to hate the company. And we're going... Nothing's changed yet. Don't change your fucking reviews until you actually see a fucking change. Guess what? We've seen that change today. You know what the change was? None of the countries got removed from the block list. They added 3 more.
Yeah, I know. Jeez. And it's not getting any better for some, especially if you're following the console war. Xbox has Microsoft. I still say it's Xbox because it's Microsoft. Just like Sony, it's another big company with all these different moving parts. Have fired or at least closed down at least 4 development teams, which I really don't care about. But
including Bethesda.
Yeah, well, Bethesda's version of it, Arcane.
Majority.
Yeah. So Arcane Florida, who's responsible for this recent game, unfortunately, which was Red Falls, they're out. They're gone. They've been distributed and amongst all the other different areas. I knew that was going to happen to the Bethesda group eventually because there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of contradictions that are kind of different teams that kind of overlay each other. And if you want to fine tune this entire block, you may have to get rid of certain studios and kind of merge them with others.
And yeah, they merge or they just buy up competition. Oh, there's competition. Yeah. Buy them up, take what you want, and destroy the company.
Dissolve
the rest. And it's... Guys, stop fucking selling out. Yes, I know it's a nice little dollar value on it. Yes, I know resources and all this other good. Fucking stop. If you have an idea for a game, don't fucking sell it because whoever you sell it to are gonna fucking destroy it. Or worse yet, they're gonna involve DI on this other bullshit.
I know. If you have a really good idea, go over to Hooded Horses. They have some really good lineup of games, and they've been doing pretty spot on for a AA studio, which is still considered an indie studio, which is really hot. But they also closed down the people behind Hi-Fi Rush. Now there are a few people who are upset with this whole idea that Hi-Fi Rush was closed. How dare they do such a thing? It was an acclaimed game. It won awards. Blah blah blah.
They
Well,
don't
when you
care.
look at the actual dollars and cents, the actual numbers in that, it really didn't do all that well. There was a lot of spin from the Sony side, not the Sony side, sorry, from the Microsoft side, from the Xbox side, from Phil Spencer and all that. They did a lot of spin, saying that they were happy and pleased with what they got. No, what they wanted was a game that would have a huge Asian influence, meaning that would be a hot sell in Asian regions. And unfortunately, Hi-Fi Rush, softball it to. I mean, in comparative, it was almost on par with an American kind of release, and unfortunately, America, U.S. has about 25% of the share, and then we have maybe about 20% that was Asian. They want to double that in the Asian market.
Put it like this: you saddle up with companies like Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo as a publisher or publishers. Because believe it or not, you can make a game for a console. You do not have to have them as a publisher to have it put out on the console.
No.
You just have them do it, so you don't have to do the dirty work yourself. And guess what? When you do that, you get fucked because then you got to play by their rules.
That's pretty much it. I also looked at the sales. Unfortunately, I mean, when you look at it, the grand total sales for Hi-Fi Rush was about 13 million. In comparative to all the other major studios that's under Microsoft, that's kind of chump change. It's a low ball. That's like in the lower echelon of earnings. Yes, it's considered a new studio. It's only put out like 4 games. Hi-Fi Rush being their magnum opus, but it lacked a few things that even I knew. For these kind of AAA developers, they want the availability to put in microtransaction. This game didn't. Dragon, you played the game. Hi-Fi Rush. Could Hi-Fi Rush have microtransaction in the game?
Yes and no.
Explain.
Yes in cosmetics, no in any other format.
Okay. And how long was the game for you? A couple hours?
I haven't completed the game.
Mm.
My excuse is colorblindness has major problems with that game, even though it has colorblind mode.
So there we go. Accessibility, as well as a few other different things, other games that come up. So this game has a drop off that's heavy, and the average player base current plays about 3 hours of this game. That's it. So you compare that to, like, I don't know, to a Fallout game, Fallout 4, that has a higher gameplay hours versus this game. So yeah, I can see why this game was taken off, why this company was put in into the back quarters and plugged very quickly. I mean, I don't care whether they also produced Evil Within. I don't care. I tried playing Evil Within and got bored with it. So I don't know.
Just because a game's good, and just because a game wins awards, and just because a game is like highly talked about and favorited by like critics and reviewers and stuff like that, doesn't mean it's a successful game. What makes it a successful game is dollars and cents. Right?
Yeah, I've been saying that. I've been saying that.
Auto.
I'm curious.
Okay.
While we're doing this show, I'm doing some screen grab recordings of my character on a green screen, and the way that Sparky was talking was perfectly in sync with my character idly talking. So I'm just sitting here going.
I always did imagine a blind deaf mute guy sounding like Sparky. I just always did.
Well, why? We got one right now. His name's Remax.
What?
True.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It was just.
But
funny to me.
anyways, Sony hasn't learned a lesson, and I know this is being touted around right now, but it's like, yeah, the stock's dropping, but
That's just a tip in the iceberg on what they
yeah,
have.
it's.
I mean, yes,
I mean,
Sony
I wanna
Core,
see it-
which is the
I
entire
wanna see-
corporation, is going to be taking a little bit of a hit. But you know what? At the end of the day, they're not going to be changing anything because we know the corporate Japan is okay. They're sitting pretty, and localize. Unfortunately,
you don't-
localize.
and you don't know if that's because there's a number of different reasons why that's
Mhm.
happening. They could be dumping stocks right now
Yeah,
to buy back.
yeah, that's the thing that happens.
Every time there's a controversy, and it seems like this has been a planned go-to for a lot of companies, because Ninja Sanji did this.
Hmm.
It's like something bad happens, and they go along the flow. It's not like, oh my god, the studio's burning down, we're losing money. No,
Yeah,
they
no.
go along with it and they play along with it, and then they dump the stocks to show it, and then everyone it's hedging. So once they start dumping stocks, other people start dumping stocks,
Mhm.
and then afterwards they come back and then
Pan, stop looking at yourself and giggling.
No, just Sparky can't get a cut tongue tied.
you don't want to talk. Anyways, they'll start dumping stocks. Other people start dumping them, and then they come back and they buy them up for cheaper.
They dump that shit and then they pick it up. There's a kitty in the background. Meow. Meow. Question is, who's it coming from?
It
I
was
guarantee it's Dragon.
yeah, it's probably Dragon. So
Cat.
this Star Citizen thing, yes, it's been a while. It has updated. Yes, the newest one has dropped. It's supposed to have mechanics with water if you're interested. XYZ. Ha, you say. I don't know. Ha. What do you mean ha?
But yes, no, it seems like everyone was right that was saying don't trust Sony. No.
I know you and I had grievances on that one, and I keep kind of going, hey, we got to focus on the right party.
No. We were in agreement. You wanted to laser focus on one particular group. I wanted to focus on.
I know you want to do the entire
Different-
corporation
yeah.
thing, but the corporate thing, it even I know, even if you focus on the corporate thing, they're just going to shrug that off. You focus on the actual party itself, the one that can actually lose everything. That is Sony Interactive Entertainment. You pretty much go whole hog on them. The corporation is going to be looking at that kind of going, ooh, I don't think we like that. They're causing too much of a ruckus, so we may have to move people around.
Mm-hmm.
So
The other problem is that you had developers, not developers, you had influencers like Asmongold,
yes,
and some other more influential people. I'm not going to put it on Mark Kern. I'm not going to put it on Brutus, but people within the within that scape, basically like, yeah, this is great news. Go change your reviews back from negative to positive. And no.
Well,
you
not
wait until
everyone.
they do something that's actionable
Time
before
out.
you give them praise.
Not everyone did that. Like Thor.
no,
Pirate
I think
Sock
that's what she was
Bros.
saying. No, but I think
Yeah.
that's what she was referring to. So I mean, and it doesn't matter when it comes down to the larger gaming sphere, whether it be Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, and that gaming sphere. You have to be very well, not really complicit, but very kind of solid, locked on your targets very carefully. Because again, if you're going for the major company, like for example on the Sony and Microsoft side, they have they're like an umbrella corporation like Google. They have multiple different, things, mechanics that are moving around. So you have to focus on that one area that you want to have that damage done, which makes them kind of rethink a few things because hey, this area is causing us some problems, and so yeah, this is exactly the same thing with Microsoft and their current approach to their DEI and their development of how they want to kind of rescope their gaming division. No one understands exactly what's happening for the most part, but those who have been in the business or understand entertainment in general, they're going to trim some fat. They're going to put people in certain positions here and there. But let's be real. It's more of a corporate move than anything else. It's not about us, the consumer. Our job is to do one thing: consume.
Yep. But anyways, I put up 2 tweets. One was from 4 days ago. The other one is a retweet.
Yeah, no, I talk.
And I highlighted what my concerns was from the PlayStation tweet 4 days ago.
No.
You want to showcase that?
Yeah, no, I was going to. Give me moments. You know me. Apparently, I'm old and I don't understand how the application actually works. We have fingers that now break. They're brittle. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
I have too many moving parts.
Bone. You're nothing but bone. Of course, your bones are brittle.
I know, right? God damn it! I gotta moisturize again.
Sinew and anything protecting it.
Yeah, well, except for that fire coat, I have to re-moisturize. So expect me to be out of commission for about a couple of weeks.
But anyways, my tweet I put out today is like 4 days later, no revisions in the countries that are banned, and said they add 3 more countries to that list.
Yeah, no,
and for Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, I mean, I was considering on getting Ghost of Tsushima on PlayStation, not PlayStation, on the PC, but I held off. I own it on my PlayStation 4, but I'm like, I don't play it very often on my PlayStation, so if anything, it collects dust and cyber dust. But I'm like, you know what? I'll purchase it and I'll be able to play it here. Now I'm like going, I don't think so. I'm good.
PlayStation put out, I was like, Helldiver fans, we heard your feedback on the Helldivers 2 account linking update. The May 6th update, which would have required Steam and PlayStation Network's account linking for new players and current players beginning May 30th, will not be moving forward, which I highlighted.
Yeah.
We're still learning what is best for PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable. Thanks again for continuing support of Helldivers 2, and we'll keep you updated on future plans. Now, the sus voting, I should have highlighted, we're still learning what is the best for PC players, as in we're still trying to figure out how to dupe you so you don't call us out from our
basically
own stupid fan base that just follows everything we say and do.
Yep.
So that's
they already have
what they basically mean by that.
Yeah, no, because they already have people who own that fucking console, the PlayStation 5 and that, all 5 million of them, all clapping like seals, go, "Oh my god, there's a new game!" And they're taking bribes as quickly as possible to say how good this game is. So it's like, okay.
And then, on fan bases, and it's like, oh, the PC stands, PC sucks. And it's like, one. And this goes for PlayStation, this goes for Xbox, this goes for Nintendo, this goes for all these consoles. You guys paid $500 for a brick that overheats, that the slightest bit of dust intake will overheat the fucking console, brick it, and you got nothing. And even at its peak performance, is frame limited to 60 frames per second. 30 frames per second.
If you're lucky.
Can't do everything that is stated that the console can do. And yeah, every turn can be outperformed by a computer that can be built cheaper than
Yeah.
what the PlayStation can.
Oh, fuck
That's
yeah!
just-
But hey,
that's-
they still wanna.
That's just
Still
it.
wanted
It's
to,
really.
Yeah.
Follow Brutus's advice, though. Don't. We have backlogs of games for the next few years.
Mhm.
Sorry, not Brutus. It was Grumps.
Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we have double
We
A
have a
games, we have indie games, we
Backlog
have
of
games.
Don't
yeah.
buy any new games for the next few years and see if the companies will change their tune.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like I
And-
said, we have the double A game studios that still exist. They are still pumping up some really good games, and they're not going with the whole DEI kind of narrative for the most part. And they're games that you can actually complete and enjoy and replay over and over and over again. As for, but wait, Wesley, really? No, you don't want to play Stellar Blade. No matter how much you think you really want to play it, you really don't want to. You just want to buy the booby doll. That's all you want to do. Just buy the booby doll. You got it made. But we also have other indie studios that are making better performing games. So, I mean, even if you don't get the AAA game standards, really kind of go backwards in time, stick with what you got, or just really, I don't know, consume properly.
Well,
What with
I
your
know
wallet.
I pissed a bunch. I pissed all the stands off Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox because they're like, well, what's your idea to fix it? Get rid of all these fucking online games, go back to fucking cartridges. Because
I mean,
at least back then, because they were forced to make sure that game was fucking perfect, pristine, and everything. Because once they sold it, once it got printed on that fucking cartridge or that disc or whatever before the fucking times of the internet, that was it. If they had a bug in it, that was it. It was in the fucking game, and it became
I know,
a
right?
feature then.
Oh, I found. I think I found Wesley's cabinet, and apparently he has a new friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Jake, check out all the anime girls up there. It's definitely
like-
Wesley.
I am judging you. This is such
No,
fuck.
no, you don't get it. What was above the puff cat?
You
All
just
the Sailor
need,
Moon Scouts.
yeah,
Yeah, all the spacesuits.
it's Luna if it had the crescent moon on.
If it had the proper crescent moon, yes.
Yes.
It's-
That or
it-
Salem.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
all
Wesley's
witches.
very quiet over there, so definitely it's a confirm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and even he starts rejecting now. We know it's a confirm. So we got him. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. Oh, Jesus
Got
Christ. I know, right? Fuck me. But no, I mean, jeez. Okay, for the people that still kind of play Sony-based games, and we have a couple that are in this room, knowing that Sony is pretty much heavy-handed with this PSN bullshit going forward, what prevents them from doing this to the Final Fantasy 14 game?
Nothing.
Well, Final Fantasy 14 is already multiplayer, so I don't know if it. I don't know if Dragon plays it through.
Do you have to link a PSN account to play multiplayer?
No, because the game is available on multiple platforms.
Yeah. So hey, guess what? So is Helldivers.
Yeah, I know.
Look,
Helldivers on Xbox.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Anyways, go for it, Dragon. You were going to say something?
So, trying to remember. You mentioned something about Final Fantasy and
Yeah. So what prevents them from putting the PSN onto something like Final Fantasy 14?
The bigger issue right now is the fact that the game's going live with Xbox players.
Ah,
Doesn't
there
matter.
you go. Well, no.
Now, do Xbox players have to have a PSN?
No,
Well, then there. I don't know.
I don't know
See,
about
that's where-
Helldivers, but
Yeah. It gets kind of fishy because at the moment, Helldivers isn't available for Xbox.
I thought it was.
No, it's
Hmm.
only for the PC, aka Steam, or the PlayStation, not for Xbox. There was a reason of why they kept saying, "Hey, yeah, no, this is not for you. We're not going to release this game for you yet. We're still thinking about releasing this game, but not yet."
Because as of sits right now, they've already retroactively changed their terms to no, it's not required to have a PSN network to
Some
play
games may
multi.
require.
No. The terms beforehand, they didn't say that. That's what they retroactively changed it to. And
Yeah,
they didn't
there's been
specify
some
what games.
shenanigans.
They just say some multiplayer games may require it.
Yep.
Don't
Yep.
you think they're going to try to require it for single player games though too?
Oh, well, they just kind of did with
They
Ghost of
did.
Tsushima.
You have to have a PSN to play single player
I
on
mean,
Steam.
solely single player.
Yeah, no,
Ghost
they
of-
have.
Only
They have-
single player.
Ghost,
Okay, so
you said earlier, Ghost is both single player and has multiplayer.
Yeah,
hang on. It's mostly a single player game with an attachment of multiplayer. It's not really multiplayer was added on after the fact. It was actually supposed to be an independent game. It has nothing to do with the main story and the main concept of the game. This is an add-on. You can't play with other people. This is to be the same thing like The Last of Us 2 when they decided to add in multiplayer. When did they do
Yeah.
it? Oh, multi-years later after the game has been come out. Then they attached it as a DLC.
Yeah. And they just today locked it. Because what is being sold on Steam, which is the only fans available, is the bundle pack, which is
Correct.
the single and the multiplayer. But you cannot get it without having a PSN network access.
Yeah.
So
Even
unless you
to
were
play.
unless you were grandfathered in.
No,
not
even then.
if you're
They
grandfathered.
removed your ability. They are refunding players that have bought this game in countries that do not have PSN networks, and it's not even a hey, I want my money back because I can't play this game. They are retroactively sending you a refund, going, well, sorry, you can't play the single player game in this country because you don't have access to PSN.
Mm-hmm.
They are doing that now.
Here's a game in question, Pen. This is what is planned to be released. This is a single player game. This is their single player game until dawn. They have there's no multiplayer feature with it. What does it say here? Requires agreement to a third party. That means that it's going to be PSN attachments. They're doing this with all of their PlayStation games.
Yeah, people have been going back and looking, and you can tell because the people are starting to review bomb some of these games. Look at any game that came out originally on PlayStation that is platformed across for Steam, or vice versa. Anything that has to be played on that can be played on PS5 or even PS4 now is being retroactively changed to you now have to have a PSN network to play.
Yeah, which is kind of weird and fishy. Like I said before, having this requirement makes and again, I know we kind of covered it briefly about they have new tech that is supposed to be able to spot the bully on basically on a biomechanical level. That's it.
But it can't actually do that. It's banning people that have nothing to do with
Right. So if you apparently have an elevated heart, beat, then apparently you're being harassed or you're the harasser.
Yeah. This is just so that they can ban people that they seem problematic. And according to the terms of service, it's not just your PSN.
No,
it's also
everything.
your Steam.
Yeah. It'll be everything. So
don't even get to the point of, hey, your console is not a brick.
Pretty much. So it's running the risk of what is it, 1984 kind of thing? Thought police. You
I
can't
mean,
even you can barely say anything in front of the controller because the controller has a mic that's always on.
mhm.
So
It is literally word for word now.
Yep.
Ready Player One.
pretty much. So
So
knowing
again,
that, what would be the next step? What would be the next step for this particular fight? That's where the
Make
bigger
your own games. Literally, I mean, that's make your
well,
own games.
no,
That's all
that
it's
is
about.
a part of it. But if you
well,
want to take it to like a company like this, what is the
hold
next?
on. Let's re-ask the question.
Hmm.
Knowing this, with everything that's going on now, what do you guys think the possibility of them doing this to Final Fantasy 14 is?
I
And if
honestly
they
don't
do,
care if
and
they do. I don't
I'm
care
not
if
talking
they
to
do.
you. You
I
don't play Final Fantasy.
4.
Well, I know
Well,
you play Final. We know that you don't care. We're
we
talking.
know you don't care.
The other two.
I don't give a shit.
This is why we're not asking you, Jim. Anyways, what do you guys think? And if they do require PSN access, will you do it?
I would like to know how they would enforce that, especially with the Xbox player base that just
Oh yeah,
got
no,
added to the game.
that would be a
They can do it.
good. No, but again, that would be a
No.
good question.
They already do it with so you can play Minecraft.
No, the question is not that they have to sign up to the individual platforms third party. The question was how does that go
So-
forward now with PSN?
So I'm gonna
for
hold you up
Fantasy
there.
14. I said I don't know how they could try to enforce that, especially with the Xbox players now added.
But
Okay,
here's
okay.
the thing.
Hold up,
Sony doesn't-
Jam. Give me. Dragon, what were we gonna say? And then we'll go to Jam.
So the other thing too is they can't really do that with 14, primarily due to the fact that there is a factor when you purchase the version that they keep an eyeball on what versions you purchase.
Okay.
There is a Xbox version, a PlayStation version, a PC version, a Steam version, and a Mac version that you can purchase. And it
And then
basically
you can-
We'll let Dragon finish first, and then
it
we'll go to Jam.
basically
and then
tracks
we'll go to
which you already have. So if they did force a PSN activation on it, unfortunately, the issue there would turn into you'd have to buy the PlayStation version. You'd have to buy the game, at least the PS version,
you. Okay.
before you even register your other version.
Why?
You'd have to pay for the game twice.
Oh, okay.
Why would that?
as somebody who has purchased two separate licenses, mind you, this only applies for the Realm Reborn version of the game.
Uh-huh. And I have
I know I'm answering Sparky on this one.
Okay.
As somebody who bought both the PlayStation and the Windows license, but has
Uh,
only kept the
actually,
Windows
I
license up to
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna stop right here. I have the perfect answer to this, and I'll tell you
Thank
right
you.
now. The reason being is you can't require a third party access on Mac devices. You cannot forcibly require due to the terms that I've signed up for, and they've held this up in court that they can keep this. You agree to those terms. You can't change those terms down the road. They won't be able to require that. So that's why. That's what's stopping them. Literally, Apple is the good guy.
There you go. So that kind of.
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah. That's why I wanted to go from Dragon to Gem and then to you, Pet.
Jesus
There was a
Christ.
reason, but you decided to jump. I know Sparky asked the question of why, but
I got tired of waiting. God
Yeah,
damn
I
it.
know. So like,
It's
Yeah,
because there's a very easy way.
virtually it's the communication error with the fact that you have one, two. At one
No,
point, you only
but
had
again,
3
you have
versions
multiple-
of the game. Now it's got.
well, yeah,
4.
no, that's the
Well-
reason why that's why we kind of asked the question the way we kind of roundabout did in kind of a combination of myself.
So let me ask you this. So is this multiplayer based on only solely for the versions, or is this cross-platform?
Cross-platform.
Yeah,
and here's the
yeah.
thing: you can identify who's on what platform when you examine someone.
Okay. Then you're fucked.
Because, well, the thing is, the only reason that you can do that is if you're on Xbox and you examine someone, right? It's going to show the player's information, and then it's going to show the player's gamer tag for Xbox. It won't show you Steam gamer tag. It won't show you PlayStation gamer tag. It just shows you other Xbox tags.
What was the I can't remember what game it was. I know it was being brought up in the whole Helldivers controversy, but it was an Xbox game that was put to PlayStation also and required a Microsoft account on PlayStation to play the game.
I
they
honestly
reversed that because it caused issues.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't know
Know
what
which
game
one you're talking
referring
about.
to because
I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a dig, but I don't remember which game.
Well,
Fable.
not
Was it
Fable.
Fable?
No, it wasn't
no,
Fable.
no,
I don't
no.
think it was Fable.
Hey, no, it was Fable 3. What it was?
No.
But, yeah, because
No.
I have the game. I know what this because I had the game. You could buy it here, but you had to have my Xbox account in order to play it. Even though you could play it on your Xbox, which was really fucked up.
I mean I had all the Fables and I don't
Did
remember
you have it
Fables.
through Steam?
No, I had it all through Xbox.
Yeah, but if you
And-
had to have an Xbox account to play it, right?
We're not talking about.
No,
No. If you played it, if you bought it from a third party like Steam, you had to have an Xbox account. If you had an Xbox, you already had an Xbox account, regardless of what you like to take or not.
I this is why I don't buy titles that are on PC that
Sea
are
of
also on
Thieves.
console.
No,
That's
Sea
it.
of
Sea of
Thieves.
Thieves. That's
Sea
the
of
one that
Thieves.
crossed over. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they required, and they still do, having a Microsoft account if you play it on.
But that they started with that. They started with that, and everybody was cool with that.
Yeah.
They didn't change the term. They didn't let people for 3 months buy the game say, "Hey, you in these regions don't need the shit. You can go ahead and just fucking play it." No, willy dilly.
Well,
They
see,
didn't
and
change
that's
that, you know,
and
through
see,
a
and
trailer.
that's the crux of the whole deal, because here's how to get around it. Requires third party access.
Oh,
They
no,
stated
yeah.
that at the very start.
Now it does. It didn't say that.
No, it's always stated that.
No, it didn't. When I got
Actually,
when I
it
had,
has. Helldivers has.
No,
Yeah,
that was actually retroactively changed.
yeah.
No,
Yes!
Dragon,
that's
Gem?
always
Hold up.
been a thing.
Pen, what were you saying for Gem?
Dragon and Gem. Isn't it against Square Enix's TOS for 14 to be using air quotes, because it is a bit loose, air quotes, third party?
Oh no, it's not
tools and
loose.
applications?
It's not loose on that. It is flat out. If you are using third party anything,
I
with
say loose
14,
because technically,
bam.
using NVIDIA's graphics filters, though it is third party, how are they going to enforce that?
That is actually authorized filters because
Yeah.
the graphics card, that's authorized. They
Yeah,
say
that's-
unauthorized, third party unauthorized.
Unauthorized. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why.
Basically,
So-
but your video card programs are second party essentially.
Yeah.
It's like your Windows operating system. That's second party.
It's technical. Okay.
It's-
well,
That's first or second party.
Look, here's okay. So, what's part of your computer's natural processing ability is okay because it's built into the computer already.
Also,
when
a
you-
lot of games work with the graphics card companies
Yeah.
in order to stabilize their games on that graphics card.
Yeah. So, some things that some people do are not okay. Majority of what a lot of people do is not okay.
I'm
hell,
pretty
my-
sure that there's going to be lawsuits. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
that
they continue
ongoing
doing it.
willful lawsuit is still going to be happening.
Look, there's a Helldivers lawsuit going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Oh,
know
God, yeah.
one is there's more than a few people involved trying to get involved in
I'm
it.
sure that ghosts will be tacked onto that as well.
Well,
And now
no,
Steam has
no.
receipts
The
for
weirdest thing is,
refunding.
hang on, Pen. Ghost. Anybody who pre-ordered Ghost and are not and do not have PSN within the region have been refunded automatically.
Steam
I-
refunded them.
And
Yeah.
if you request the refund right now, you can get your money back now. Anyways, these
So-
I
games not
understand
out
that,
yet.
Yeah.
but it was sold. It was sold on the terms that you made the purchase, and then they retroactively added in you must have a PSN account.
Yeah.
Right. So
but-
here's
Even
how
though
this
they're
works.
refunding it, they broke
Pin.
contract.
Pin.
Yeah.
Hold up. Chill. Breathe. Now listen to the words coming out of my mouth.
Okay.
Steam refunded the Ghost
I-
pre-orders, not Sony.
I-
Steam.
I
Your
I know
lawsuit is
this is
against
a Sony problem.
Sony.
I'm not going against Steam.
What I'm telling you is there is no lawsuit because Steam realized Sony's fuck up and prevented their asses from being sued by
Yeah.
procedurally refunding the players. Sony is still in hot water
Mhm.
because the game was not advertised initially with PSN when
Yeah.
pre-orders were initiated. So
So-
therefore,
Well,
Yeah.
Sony is fucked.
Yeah, so-
actually,
so-
here's the thing. Louis Rossman just dropped a video today. Or was it yesterday? Not quite sure when. But
doesn't
I
matter.
watched it today, and he basically said, if you file a complaint with the FCC, even though they've refunded your money and they did this, and if you file this, Sony gets fined $3,000 per incident.
Correct.
So
Correct.
$3,000 per $50 game. They're
Yeah.
not going to make any profit. They're already, even though
Here's-
they've refunded the money. No, speculation. Even though they refunded the money, this is still a viable. This is a bait and switch lawsuit now by
It is.
the FCC.
Yeah,
They are
and
fucked.
well,
They know it.
we're not arguing that, but here's the thing: nothing's gonna happen until it goes through.
No, and that basically it kind of comes back down to that big boat going
But-
forward.
But let me read this real quick because I found
Okay.
Square Enix's terms of service for third-party software for Sony. Sony, if you're accessing using the service for a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 console, the following additional terms are applicable to you and or incorporated into these terms by this service acknowledgement. You acknowledge that these terms and the service the contract between you and Square Enix and not agreement between you and Sony Interactive. Any of their affiliate companies, collectively Sony, Square Enix, and not Sony, is responsible for the service. You are granted a limited license to use services only on a system that you own or control or that delivers the service to you via PlayStation Network. Sony is considered a third-party beneficiary to Square Enix under these terms of service.
Mhm.
Basically saying if Sony wishes to and Square Enix wants to, they can.
They can, but when falling back onto the lockout regions, going to Microsoft's department, weirdly enough, they don't have a specific solid region that's not in their list. Whereas Sony, for whatever reason, has at least 180 different regions that just don't appear on the list. Now, if everybody was in the fucking list globally, I don't think people would have the same kind of grievances or complaints. They would just mindly do it and no questions asked.
There would be some humbug about it, but not
But
as
not
big
not
as
onto
what
this
it is.
level that we have currently, where the gamers are divided to a point where it's kind of questionable going forward.
Again, even if you did that with the Final Fantasy Sparky, like I said, the contract with Apple is more greater.
No,
than Sony.
but again, getting away from I just asked the question, kind of what if the thing. It's these what ifs kind of scenarios because, like it or not, you always have to find a buffer or a breaking point for consumers or for a company. And
Oh,
for
yeah.
Sony's end of things, the buffer for them, outside of the breaking point where they're consumers, is Steam. Steam has gone out of their way, take the money that was allotted to be shipped to Sony on a monthly basis and said, you know what? We're refunding games in that. We're still keeping a 30%. You're fucked. So this is why I kind of look at it going, Steve's done some really interesting things in the past, and they've stepped up and said, yeah, this company's fucked up. Here's your shit. If you still wish to proceed with yelling at them, by all means, but we're out of this conversation.
Yep, Steam actually did good very quickly. But what is it? I want to say they
I'm covering.
quickly removed themselves from the problem. Here's the thing: even though they're refunding money that they probably Steam has or Sony has already recouped, any other sales on any other games, so that Steam could just be like, you know what? Since we had to refund all these games and it's your fault in our contract, we get to keep all this money.
Pretty
much.
So
that's paid off.
Correct. So
and Sony is going to lose on their current games right now for people who don't get refund or the people they have get refund. So like their next game that comes out on the Steam, they don't get a cent of that. They won't get a penny of that. How much they are going to lose is going to be insane.
No, yeah, and because
their next game for next year.
And the funnier thing is because Sony Interactive Entertainment is an American-based division, this may put a damper on the Japanese corporate side of things and kind of go, we're going to cut these people off. Because we know how the Japanese corporate is.
They've done it before. They've fucking done it before. They'll do it again. They don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, look what they did to that Mexican guy that fucking at Nissan.
I know,
Holy
right? Jesus fucking
shit.
Christ.
They fucking, we're going to throw you in jail and everything. Even though you're fucking doing good, you're making us money. And you're fucking, but we're not making the money we were through all the unscrupulous deals we were making now. So, yeah, we are going to throw you in jail so we can take power again and then claim it's all our work. Which they did. They fucking did. And they said, yeah, it was all our hard work to get Nissan back on top, even though Nissan is starting to fucking fall again.
Yeah,
all the poor fucking positions they put back in the place that he got rid of.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Nissan was set to make billions of dollars this year. And then they said, nah, we want to make that billion. We want to make our millions now.
Mm-hmm.
And put that in our pocket and say, fuck the billions in the long run.
Yeah.
They fucked themselves. I mean, this is Japan.
I want to
Japan
know.
has been doing this a lot.
Okay, Pin, what do you want to know?
I want to know the faces of the people on that board that said, yes, let's make all PC players who buy this game sign up for PSN.
Oh, can
nothing could go wrong.
Can I help you with that one? Okay, the same people who happen to have major shares within Disney,
BlackRock,
and
okay,
Sony
now it makes a whole lot
Entertainment,
more
and
sense.
Warhammer, and
now it makes a whole lot more
Amazon,
sense.
and these companies that basically have been just giving a free line of cash to these companies
who have trillions of dollars investment bank as well as
from the Jews that they stole from the Jews.
Not just that. Gets even better. Not only that, but they get instant bailout by a certain government that you all reside in that country for.
That'll be because of a president that has an endless supply of ink in his pen.
Yeah.
And not enough attention span to bother what he's reading.
Whether he be a black president or a white president, hell, even a future possibly, who knows, female president, they seem to bail out these motherfuckers.
The only one that did was Trump. And even he was like, do we really have to do this? I mean, fucking 100%. Is he didn't get any of that fucking bailout money because he was president at the time.
Yeah, as long as they have a backdoor out and a nice cushion of dollary dues to land on, I don't think they're going to have any issues. Now, as for the other people involved, well, they're going to most likely be out of a job, but for how long? Questionable. Anybody in marketing in any form of scheme kind of finds a way into the back quarters and a bit higher on the payroll than they were before. So they fail upwards as everybody else who's normie fails, downwards. So
They don't
it's
suck the right dicks.
apparently, yeah. Apparently, yeah. No, and this is where this is what we're seeing for me personally, when I look at Warhammer or Games Workshop, or I look towards Warner Brothers and their gaming division of the Suicide Squad, and they're kind of going, wow, we kind of fucked up on the Suicide Squad, but we still want to have live action game, and that's our plan going forward. We really don't want single player game. We want multi live action service games. Why? Well, because people on the board think that that's where the things are. So this is the problem. This is the same kind of issue that we would see in Hollywood kind of stuff. They want to go down this broken road of rinse and repeat, diverse characters that do nothing in the profit margin. But hey, the diversity bank seems to be endless, so it doesn't matter to us.
That's just like with the blunder of Disney's Wish. Everybody's getting excited because the potential of bringing romance back, bringing back the classic villain. Oh my God, we could have even had the potential first villain couple. It's going to be like classical Disney, a musical.
Yeah,
with like the rich colors and everything.
And then Wish lost $131 million. So
yeah, pretty much. And all it did was retcon and just kind of say, yeah, we're connected because of this, and this.
There is not one positive review that I have seen on the internet about it.
No. It's a shit movie. Sorry, I knew it was going to be a shit movie, and I heard what they were going to do with it. I'm like, oh, this is not good. This is not good going forward. Look, again, I still have people within the industry who I would consider spies, if you want to say that, insiders, and I get eked out information, just like everybody else who's within that critic space, entertainment critic space, that gets eked out information. It's a reason why most of us have gotten out of the game, because it became more of a political circus than anything else.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, we want to make entertainment. We want to be able to wake up and kind of go, this is what I do on a daily basis, and not have to kind of go, oh, this movie is kind of going to be shit. Do I tell anybody I worked on this? Because they're going to blame me for the reason why this movie is shit.
Yeah, because it's never the executive's fault. It's never the director's fault. It's the writers and the artists. And
the writers are the writers are kind of to blame. And
the writers are really to blame, honestly. I mean,
but what does the director do? What do the producers do?
Yeah, no.
They edit, they go back, they make edits, they make cuts.
Well,
so you can have all the writers you want, but who?
No. This is kind of what I kind of told Jem on his show, his stream that he did yesterday. Is the factor that when it comes down to movies and that, especially Disney related movies, they're just kind of like a mass shot across the board, multiple different two shots. Back to back, pan here, pan there, wide shot of the same fucking scene over and over and over again. So they have multiple different angles, so that they can edit whatever movie that they want. And in some cases, by the time they're done, they have enough material to make 12 different versions of the same movie. And if they need to adjust something, then they just bring the guys back, do another crop shot of whatever it is, and they're gone to do whatever the project is, because it's a day shoot. You're here for a day shoot, or we need you for a week to do a couple of to fine tune these shots. It's becoming a standard for these people, instead of going to the whole painstake of getting writers that know what they're fucking doing, because writers nowadays are taught and educated. I'm using the word educated into that. Yeah, diversity is needed for every fucking movie going forward. So you have to make sure your characters are diverse. You have to make sure that your scenario and everything else follows the checkbox standard Otherwise, it will never be seen. You can't have a simple, wholesome movie going forward. Why? Because it doesn't fit the new Hollywood standard. The same thing that we're looking at the gaming industry. There is this checkbox standard that's been produced, and it seems like the same fucking list. Budget for AAA gaming is an astronomical.
See,
300 million. People complain at the factor that Star Citizen has not come out and it has a high budget. But this is a budget that was crowdfunded and sourced by the player base for the most part. Yeah, they got some other helping hands to kick around with, but a lot of it's player funded.
and that's just it, is that in the gaming industry, because it is an interactive medium, players might not be, fiscal dollar shareholders, but they can put up the money for projects that they actually believe, so that you don't have to go to like investors at banks and BlackRock and Vanguard or whoever else. The players can fund the projects. Games can get off the ground without the big corporate publishers and all that. Sure, the big guys, the award shows, the magazines, they could trash your game all they want. But at the end of the day, it's the people who are buying and playing your product that matter. So they could try to nix your name off of the award shows. Everybody knows all you have to do is just look at the sales records. And they know. And they know. It's not one of those, Nelson groups for TV show awards or whatever. People can find it and they can blast it and they could say, yeah, X, Y, and Z or XX, Y, and Z game can win whatever award because diversity, it checked all the boxes. But compared to the numbers and sale records of AA game over here, doesn't mean fucking squat. Because at the end of the day, people are going to leave the big corpo games, the AAA and quadruple A's, and say, obviously, we're not your audience anymore. Fine, we're not your audience anymore. We'll go and buy from AA and single A.
Yeah. Crowdfunding, all that kind of stuff.
And then eventually the triple and quadruple game studios will die. And we're at the beginning. We're at the beginning of a gaming renaissance.
Yeah, some would say another game crash. I will agree with you. It's a gaming renaissance. Going back to RSI, you can see its budget here. It is up over the $500,000 mark or $500 million mark of revenue. This is all funds that they've got it from whales, from gamers such as myself, Gem, so on and so forth. We have put in a lot of money for this thing. And for what we've got so far, it's on par with a lot of the AAA games that have come out so far. It's getting better. They're adding more mechanics to it. Yeah, there's some elements that are still kind of boring. Yes, there's some elements that are kind of broken, but this is still considerably an early access game that had been multiply kind of changed over and over and over again, refined to a point where we are to Squadron 42 to be released soon, which is their single standalone game. This is their live game, Star Citizen. This is their single standalone. So we paid for 2 games. No, correction. 3 fucking games, because inside Star Citizen, there's a combination of racing games in that. So there's micro games inside. So not only do we have a competition game, we have a live service game in Star Citizen. We have a standalone. So for this amount of money, we got 3 games. Can somebody say on the same level of, I don't know, of the Grand Auto, GTA 6, it's going to have the same kind of budget? You're going to have 3 games? You'll be lucky if you get 2. So, but it comes back down to, as the consumers, what I've said before, vote wisely, spend wisely, stop fucking pre-ordering, and home into where the grievances are. Don't blanket everything. Focus on this one area. Otherwise, we're in the same kind of mess that we had in 2014, and then in the early 2000s, and then the 90s. We've had these scandals before. We've had these issues before, but we've always turned a blind eye every time we get a new generation coming in, or a new game console shows up. Oh my god, it's pretty. We got to get it. No, stop, stop and think. This is a almost $1 trillion franchise, gaming. It makes more money than the movie industry, hands down. Then it's about time that we take control, not BlackRock. BlackRock needs us. We don't need them.
Correction, they need the Jews' stolen money. That's
Hey, regardless of the factor, they don't need us. We don't need them. I get it that they have stolen money. Don't care. That's their business. That's why hedge funding is all about for the most part.
I mean, they literally killed people to get that money. So
Look, it wasn't our money, but they want our money on top of that.
But it was
Yeah,
my
I know.
money.
it was Penn's money. So there you go.
Penn, you just have to deal with the factor that you're never going to get that back.
Give me back my money.
You're going to have to go stand in front of, like, you might have to push, the Palestinian, supporters aside and demand, I want my money. Well, they say free Palestine in front
I
of
want my $2.
fuck no, yeah, I'll be murdered.
Rogue got that reference. No one else did. Rogue got that reference.
But
Did anybody else get that reference?
probably not. We're just gotta leave that alone. We'll wait for people to catch up in the future, or if you catch
We'll
the
never
reference,
catch
put
up
it
to you
somewhere.
old fogies.
But,
You'll always be at least a decade and a half ahead of
a
us.
few decades ahead of you. Yes.
But Rogue's
But
not
no, I
wrong.
mean, I know. But when it comes down to the controversies and that, we've seen many. I've seen many. I get bored. All I do at this point is point, laugh, and kind of hopefully redirect. That's what I did with Gamergate. That's what Jim did with Gamergate. But what happened? We ended up having people going, "Oh, we know better." No, you don't. Please stop. Just please stop.
No one ever
Subscribe
knows
to our
better.
Patreons.
Not
Yeah.
even me and Rogue know better. We're just don't vote for this shit and do the simple tactic of, don't give them your fucking money.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
now-
That's all you can do. Back in the day, when people found out that, Angel soft toilet paper used to be a big brand, it isn't a big brand anymore because people found out that the owner was a devil worshiper.
Yeah.
And a lot of Christian companies went,
Just, yeah,
No.
we're not interested. Nope.
Gives Angel
And now
Soft
they- now-
a whole new meaning.
Yeah, I know, right?
that's, yeah, you would not be wrong. It was very interesting.
What are you
See
talking about?
that-
Hey, no, time out. It makes perfect sense. A devil worshiper naming toilet paper Angel Soft. Wipe your ass with an angel.
It kind of
No.
makes sense.
It makes sense
really-
now, and but back
Angel-
then,
Angel Soft bottoms for perfect sodomization.
yeah, there you go.
yeah.
But in the end, we just didn't give them our money, and now they can only sell their branded fucking Aldi's. To this day, they only sell their toilet paper in Aldi's.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
true. Dollar General.
Well, Dollar
I mean,
General.
Joe.
But the guy who owned the company actually doesn't own it anymore. So, but that stigma has still stuck, and it probably will stick for another generation until we're gone. And then I mean, I bought it, but I only bought it because I knew they weren't involved with that guy anymore. Because I think he died actually, and the company's
Probably.
family sold the company. But yeah, it's done and dead. That's what happens. We tried to teach you guys. We tried to teach the ones before you, but you got into everything at your fingertips because of the internet, and we did for a little bit too. We did too.
Yeah,
Now
I mean,
here we
like
are.
the idea, but we also kind of went. We have.
There
we have to
there
make sure
feels
it's
like there's
safety.
something we're losing here at the same
Yeah.
time, and we started seeing it before you guys.
Mm-hmm. So
It was like
I've
the
got.
Sears catalog.
Yeah, I
Older.
know it's kind of weird, but I have something a little bit different. It's Canadian-based stuff. Well, in my neck of the woods, we'll put it that way. Sparky, you might like this one. You might like this one.
I don't
So-
care about the fucking Canadian Indians.
You do, why don't you care about Canadian Indians?
I'm
Oh my
right,
god!
ain't I?
Even I was like, is he even thinking about the
I know, right?
Canadian?
You go
Give
into
me
the
my
fact-
fucking bingo card.
I know, right? So apparently, our Canadian Indians in Vancouver have property. Congratulations, and now they're developing on-set property. So now they're going to have 11 towers being put up near the oceanfront view of all the other people around them, which is
That's-
pissing off the citizens.
That's a lot of sticks and buffalo hides.
It is. It is. So, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I applaud. This is something that needs to be done. Look,
Hey,
Why does it look like Dubai?
Hey, Sparky.
that's basically what they're borrowing from. They're trying to go with the natural stuff that they put in, so it's supposed to be
Wait,
like a greeny kind of
No.
tower.
Sparky, their teepees are bigger than yours.
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah.
They're bigger than your casinos.
Oh, there's
no,
already a few
no.
casinos in the general area, so I'm not going to say that. But the here's the weirder thing: the people who go to the casinos more often are Asians. So figure that out.
No, that's always been the deal with the Asians.
Yeah, I know. So it's like figure that out. But yeah, this is the new builds. That's going to be right near the water. So they've got pristine viewage. It's going to have the kind of like the eco-friendly shit, as well as going to have the kind of grass and whatever moss and that look going all the way down the actual building shit, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's pissing off some of the locals. I'm quite happy. I don't see a problem. I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with this.
I mean, they're providing. Here's the funny thing: when your people like to complain about we don't have enough jobs or homes, and then when somebody does build them, they complain about them building them.
I know. I find it funny. I find it funny.
What are you talking about? You give my people enough alcohol, they stop bitching about everything.
I know that is true. That is true. But no, I'm impressed. This will be kind of again along Falls Creek, so that's a nice piece of property. So bit of money if you really look at it, but I don't know. I don't know what the actual true timeline, but they say there's no actual. They're starting in May, so they've been starting. I've seen some ground broken.
Can you imagine the distance on those smoke signals you can send on top of those
Oh
buildings?
fuck yes! Fuck yes! And here's the other thing: because we're in the heart of downtown Vancouver, like the business area, could you just imagine the war party that they could have?
I mean,
Well,
I know.
I'm sitting here, and you just gotta be walking in town one day. All of a sudden, you got here, whoo, whoo.
Dude, no word of a lie. I'm at work, okay? All of I hear war drums and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm looking around and I look down the street where I'm from. I'm like, shit, really? So I go up on my rooftop of the building, looking down, like, yeah, they're having a little war dance. Okay,
The
how long
bear
before
and
it
the eagle
stops?
have made a profit today,
Yeah,
but the coyote is having a bit of trouble.
bad enough I'm hanging out
think
with the
he's
seagulls. I
constipated.
mean, I'm looking out for the raven.
It's cool that they make the towers and stuff like that, but it's like, come on, make every floor a different animal. I mean, make those
That
fucking
would have been
buildings
hilarious.
totem poles.
I know that I would have found funny. That would have been funnier.
That would have been absolutely fucking fantastic. That would have been the fucking quiche.
Oh, that would have been that would have
goddamn.
been magnifique. But no, like I said, I heard that it was happening. I'm like, okay, whatever. But then people on certain spheres of the Twitter on my end of things are getting their tidy whities in a bunch, and there's a few others that are getting up in arms. Some of them are Asians. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong? So I had to do a bit of research on this one. I'm like, oh, apparently some people are pissed at the factor that they're going to have to look at a half-naked native across away from them, and they got a prettier tower than you. Too bad.
It's blocking their view of the ocean. They're like, yeah, well, that's what happens, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's life. You blocked ours for the longest fucking time, and here we are. Fuck me.
Oh,
But,
this just in. This just in.
Okay.
Apparently, Ghost of Tsushima has done another region change.
Oh, fuck me. Really?
They took Japan back out and then put it back in 5 minutes later.
Oh, nice. All right.
So Japan has been removed twice and put back in twice.
They really don't know what they want to do with Japan. And the funnier thing is, it's about a Japanese fucking samurai. Oh, fuck me.
If this is not
Who's
eyebrows
making these
of-
decisions at Sony?
If-
Come on.
If this is
Sony
not raising the
Interactive.
eyebrows of the Jap side of things,
Yep. I mean, look, the Americans have already bombed them. Why not take them out of any form of, corporational decisions on video games? I mean, what the fuck? It is what it is, but yeah, no. We have hit that mark. We were getting closer to that hour and a half. I gave you some light entertainment news.
You're starting to cut into me and Rogue's nap time. Or sleepy time. Old man sleepy time.
All bad sleepy time. No, I actually put it up to about an hour and a half. Try not to go overboard if I can.
Oh, my God.
But before we wrap this up, I have one more question. I'm going to leave it for the entire panel to answer. What is the top animated children's TV show? What is the top animated TV show? What would you think? Bluey? Oh, okay, Penn. Anybody else want to play along with this?
X-Men 97.
It's top for me and you, but that's completely
I know that's
Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy. Dragon, you want to take a guess on what could be considered the top animated children's TV show?
Probably Dora.
No, I'm good, to be honest.
It's probably
yeah.
Dora the Explorer,
You were smart on that one because the Jew won out. The Jubin won. Bluey is the top rated one. It's almost like she has watched Bluey. Have you seen Bluey, Penn?
absolutely,
So what do you think of it?
at least 5 times over, if not more.
Jesus.
God damn.
Does that answer your question?
Was peanut butter involved?
No,
Jesus Christ.
that was BoJack Horseman.
Okay. As long as we know for sure. Because you never, it is about an Australian dog, so you never know. I just, you have to be extra careful.
Yeah, okay, you never know.
Yeah. But no. Outside of that, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming along for yet another fine edition of GNF Televisable. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a long, drawn out, mostly bitch and complain and trying to remind you motherfuckers to stop being so autistic. Please stop. And if you want to, please repeat after me. I am Sofa King.
Sofa King.
We taught Ed.
Be Todd.
We know, Rogue. We know.
I know, right? So
really, Todd.
as usual, I give these motherfuckers their last right. I hit buttons. We get the fuck out of here. Last rights, people.
Canada, Indians, make sure your wigwams are tied down.
Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
It's a great.
Shut up, retard.
I'll be streaming. So follow my channel, Panina Chan, on YouTube and on Twitch.
Okay, Penn tipping himself out.
I believe it. I'm here on TikToks as well, and YouTube, and Kick is for streaming games. And shut up, retards.
Jem poured himself out and told you to demand. And all that's left is Dragon. Last rights.
You can say something. I didn't mean you, Dragon.
I think he's dead. Good night, folks.
He